Hey guys, Helen Hernandez Archer here with Compass Lux Living Properties in Atlanta, and today we are going to be interviewing one of our preferred lenders from Cornerstone Mortgage, Brandon Park, who has been in the business for 12 years and he's been working with me ever since he started. So we've been in this for a long time through the ups and downs. So here today we're going to be talking about should you buy now or later. So I'm gonna turn it to you and you're gonna tell us, should we buy now or not?
Well, if we look at all the data that we have right now, what we have seen historically in regards to home values and interest rates and what that looks like going forward from the economists out there, we're still expecting home prices to increase. And on top of that, we're expecting interest rates to also increase somewhere around 0.5% to a full percent just in 2022. And that has a big impact on somebody's buying power.
So tell us about how does that impact someone who is buying $400,000 home and now the interest rate went up from 3.5% to 4%. What does that mean?
Yeah, so right now the average 30-year fixed, there's a lot of factors that go into determining somebody's rate, but the average out there right now is right around 3%, and they're expected to go up somewhere around 3.5% to 4% in 2022. And just a 0.5% increase in interest rate could basically impact somebody's buying power by about $25,000. Or another way of saying that is that for the same price point home, you could be looking at about $100 more in your monthly payment. So if you look at just a 1% increase, you can basically double that. You're talking about a $50,000, give or take a little, depending on the price point, impact in somebody's buying power.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because in the terms of buying power, I like to think that if you're buying a $400,000 home, which is already very competitive in the marketplace, and people are making bids over asking price, over like $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. We're seeing in that price point is one of the price points that move a lot in Atlanta. That means that $400,000 is no longer the price. It would be somewhere between $375,000
or potentially even less.
And what would that do? How that house will change is drastic, because if you were looking for a 4 bedrooms, guess what? Now you're really gonna be able to find a 3 bedroom. If you were looking for a home that was ready to move in, more than likely it's gonna be a fixer-upper, because it's very and then when you go into even more competitive pricing, because $375,000, it's even you're even competing with cash at that point. So anything below $400,000, we're seeing a lot of more cash buyers and a lot of more buyers that have more than 20% down. So if you're a first-time home buyer, how would that really impact you as a buyer? It's not only in the interest rate, but it's also in the buying power. So you're no longer going to be able to buy a $400,000 home, but now that 4 bedroom is now a 3 bedroom fixer upper, and maybe that basement that you wanted, now you're looking at maybe a slab. Maybe not even you may not even find something in the area you were looking for. So that's very good to think about, that it's not only in the rates and the payment a month, it's in the buying power. So what else are you what are we looking at for next year besides the rates?
Well, the rates is the big one. As you can see, that has a large impact. And on top of that, you have forecasts that are predicting home prices to still increase. Yes. Even after the large increases we've already seen since last year, they're still predicted to go up, mainly due to the lack of inventory that we have.
That's right. So
we're still expected to see home prices increase. I've seen forecasts somewhere in the neighborhood of around 7% or so appreciation.
That's right.
So if you take that $400,000 house, that may now be somewhere in the neighborhood of $425,000, $430,000 or so. So you couple that on top of interest rates increasing, you can see how that could be a much different position for you buying a home in 6 to 12 months than in the next couple of months.
But Brandon, I think that the bubble will burst. And when is that gonna happen, Helen? That's the question I always get. Should I buy now or should I wait? When is that bubble going? We don't know. That's the fact. We don't know. But in the meantime, we got to think about the quality of life. And if you're a renter, and you have been renting for 4 years, throwing your money away, you could have already bought a very nice house, because 4 years, it was a different market. But I think we always look at when is the bubble gonna burst. I think what we need to talk is facts. And facts are that Atlanta needed that appreciation, because over time, in Atlanta being one of the top 10 cities in the nation, we didn't have a pricing compared to New York or California, and we still do not have that. So yes, we're gonna see, and we're gonna continue to see an increase in pricing due to the inventory, but due to the amount of people moving to Atlanta, because COVID accelerated, obviously, that, because the stay at home, working from home type of situation. But I think overall is Atlanta has become a city where everybody wants to move in because of the airport, because it is very affordable, and because it is in a very, you can get a lot for your money, obviously affordability, but also a lot of companies, big companies are moving into Atlanta. So there's a lot of different reasons why we see that pricing is never gonna stop, not anytime soon. So that bubble may not burst anytime soon. So there you have it. Should we buy or should we not? And that's the question. So thank you so much for being with us today and giving information and serving our clients with such a high level of professionalism. So there you have it. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'm Helen Hernandez Archer here from Compass at Lux Living. Thank you, and take action.